The law has established certain electoral offences,
Yes.
right? Would you please mention these offences and what is it that they seek to curb to ensure fairness and credibility of the elections in Kenya?
What?
Offences that are
Yes.
established as general offences under the penal laws in the country. But there is also a whole section of the laws that deals with electoral offences. So what are these particular electoral offences that come out as a result of the entire electoral cycle? Another one? Penal code? No. Anyway, thank you very much. I wish you well. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Thank
Mr. Ngeno,
Yes, madam.
in 2022, the Supreme Court, in the presidential petition, identified certain weaknesses in the result transmission system. Given now your background and understanding of IT, what were those challenges that the court identified? And should you become successful, how would you steer the commission in navigating those challenges? Okay, so should you become successful and become a member of the IBC, your knowledge on the legal framework that governs regulation of party primaries will be instrumental in the exercise of your duties as a member. Please let us know or explain to us what are these laws that govern IBC where it is undertaking the nomination of candidates, that governs the IBC where it is undertaking nomination of candidates or during party primaries, if you may.
Okay.
Like, would it be okay if you mentioned to us the particular provisions of the particular set of laws that you're referring to? So let's come back to the IBC Act. How does it mandate, should you become successful as an IBC commissioner, how do you intend to make sure that the IBC fulfills its mandate insofar as voter registration is concerned? What are those measures that you are looking into putting into place?
Okay.
The Constitution recognizes the mandate of Parliament to enact laws that provides for the progressive registration of citizens outside of Kenya, the diaspora community, to progressively realize their right to vote. Has Parliament enacted such legislation? Supposedly you become successful as in this application, you become a member of the IBC. What measures do you foresee working on to realize that as many as possible Kenyans living outside Kenya are able to vote in 2027? A follow-up question on what you just said. How would you ensure, for example, those Kenyans, as you call them, are out there without legal papers in the respective countries they are in, exercise their right to vote?
This again,
right to vote. You can mention maybe 5 stations if you know any.
Yes, okay, I know people in South Africa, I know in the US, I know in Canada, I know in the United Kingdom, yeah.
East Africa, within the East Africa region?
I know Tanzania, they vote, Uganda, they vote, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
And you have helped particularly the Commission deliver a free, fair and credible elections using the technology.
Yes.
From where you sit and being an insider and having been, participated in the development of this technology, what still do you think is the problem or the challenges that IBC still experiences in using technology? And how do you, if you become successful to be a member of the IBC, would you help the Commission to navigate those challenges? In the Supreme Court case on 2022,
Yes.
the presidential petition, there was this allegation of, you remember, the plumber not leaving the bathroom, Jose Camargo, and the hacking of the system.
Yes.
Having been at IBC and now given a chance, how would you ensure that Kenyans have confidence in that system? That's what we're asking. Now that you're picking up issues of believability and trust in technology.
Yes.
So what are those measures, step by step, or you propose that can be used to make sure that the plumber leaves the bathroom is not there during the transmission of results?
Thank you.
Party primaries, which you have identified as one of the areas that IBC, in your view, as not all party primaries have not been conducted in a fair and credible way, and you would propose IBC to get involved in the conduct of party primaries. I would like us to develop that further. We see how credible it is. Supposedly, IBC was to conduct party primaries. What measures do you think should be put in place to ensure that the party primaries outcome is correct? And what would be the role of the political parties? What would be the role of other political institutions that are involved in the electoral processes, the political parties dispute tribunal, the political parties?
Yes.
Now, with that understanding, what measures of reform are you suggesting to be put in place to improve the party primaries, the conduct of party primaries? And number two, what is the role of all these other institutions in ensuring that those measures that you suggest are adhered to? Particularly on the reforms, those reforms that you are proposing, what are they? And what would they? How would they address the challenge?
I'll be very happy
Constitutionally to resolve disputes, right? Dispute resolution that emanates from political parties. I mean, as a lawyer, you cannot be an accuser, you cannot be the judge,
Yes.
you cannot be the witness
Yes.
in the same cause.
Yes.
So IBC would be basically be the one conducting,
Yeah.
then coming down to resolve the same dispute about its conduct during the party primaries. So my concern is, what are these? It's an area that I hear you has affected you personally. You're telling us your lived experience. But what do you propose? Should you become a member? What do you propose to resolve that problem? How do you intend to resolve it? Name, Mr. Njao.
Good morning.
Carolene Kituku, a member of the panel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Welcome once more, Mr. Ngige.
Thank you.
Let's have a conversation about political parties primaries now
Yes.
that you have participated in the process and you are not happy.
Yeah.
It's the mandate of the IBC constitutionally
Yeah.
to supervise the nomination of candidates
Yeah.
by the political parties.
Yes.
And you know that political parties primaries are very crucial in shaping the electoral process.
Yes.
So in your view, and having been a candidate who dropped off at nomination stage, how should the IBC regulate party primaries while ensuring that political parties retain their autonomy? Put in place to ensure that the political parties carry out their primaries, their nomination processes in a fair manner, in a transparent manner, and in accordance to the law. What are some of these things that, now that you were a candidate, and you say that the process that you subjected yourself to was not well regulated? So what is it what was the miss? Where were the gaps? What did the IBC fail to do that it should have done? And in your view, what can be done now moving forward? Should we become a member of the IBC to ensure that the political parties' primaries are conducted in accordance to the law?
Carol, to also ask the candidate some questions, please.
Thank you, Chairman, and welcome once more, Mr. Ithekon. Let's speak a little bit about the IBC's mandate in regard to boundaries delimitation. Should you become successful and you become a member of the IBC, you would be expected to engage in the processes of boundaries delimitation, which is within the IBC's mandate. What then, in your view, would be the issues that you'll be dealing with so that you can ensure that in the process of boundaries delimitation, there is public confidence in the process and that you have followed the law and you have acted in accordance to the law?